Hello everybody, I hope you guys are having a great day. I'm going to make a video. This video is going to be about real estate. I'm putting it up on my real estate channel and I'm going to put it up on my regular finance channel. And this is a question that I got by one of my channel members on my finance channel, Warren Puffett. So I will be answering his question. His question was, where do you see the future of rental and versus buying? Like, is it worth it for you to be a landlord, and do you think rents are going to keep going up, specifically like to the mortgage rates? And I'm going to take this opportunity to not only speak about rents, but I'm going to take this opportunity to also speak about Section 8 and one of the reasons why I do Section 8. And some people don't understand why I like Section 8. For all of my video content about Section 8, it's not like there's obviously good and bad things about everything, but I really do like Section 8, and I'll explain to you why. And it all intertwines. By the way, I'm out in Croatia. Out on an absolutely beautiful view. The sun is starting to come down. I'm about to go to dinner. I will show you. I'm about to go to dinner. Across that mountain, there's going to be a view that overlooks the entire old city, which is over there. It's going to be... So, in general, I think real estate prices are stalled right now. Because the interest rates are so high for mortgages, people don't want to sell their homes. Eventually, the mortgage rates are going to go down to a more reasonable level of around 5%, in my personal opinion. When that happens, there's going to be a lot of inventory to hit the market, and it's going to flood the market. When that happens, temporarily, there's going to be a drop in prices because there's going to be a large inventory to hit the market. In my personal opinion, that temporary drop in prices is also going to soften the rental market to a degree. However, once that initial huge dump of inventory hits the market, which is probably, in my opinion, going to be sometime around 2025 or close to 2025, like the beginning of 25 or the end of 24. Now, I could be completely wrong. This is just my thoughts on it. Then, in around 6 months to a year from then, the prices are going to start going up again. So there's going to be a very sweet spot where maybe rents are going to go down. Now, a lot of people don't understand this about inflation. Inflation, or lack thereof of an increased inflation, is still prices going up. It doesn't mean everything is going to backtrack. We get this base, right, of rents, which is sky high. The rents are not all of a sudden going to go down. The rents are going to keep going up, but the rents just are not going to go up as much as fast. So to answer Warren's question, and I think I understood the question, I think rents are just going to keep going up. Now, I might sound insensitive and I might sound like an asshole, but I'm going to keep it 100 with you. I'm going to keep it a buck. There's always going to be haves and have-nots. And the disparity between haves and have-nots is just going to keep increasing. There's going to be a point where it's going to be nearly impossible for people to buy real estate and homes. And the haves have property and they have real estate. This is the way it always was, this is the way it is, and this is the way it will be in the future. As long as there's enough people that can cross the barrier of entry from the have-nots to the haves, everything's going to be okay. And now, the people that have, the really people that have, not like the haves that barely have something, a few pieces of property. I'm talking about the really rich motherfuckers. They make sure that the have-nots are taken care of in the form of welfare and food stamps and social programs. And this then goes into Section 8 and why I love Section 8. I'm a landlord. I have several properties. When you have Section 8, you know the rental market. You know the going rates for rent. you know that you're going to get an X amount for a studio, an X amount for a 1 bedroom, an X amount for a 2 bedroom, an X amount for a 3 bedroom, so on and so forth. You know this. You also know that there's 4 or 5 different programs that I personally work with, and every program pays a different amount. You also know that if you have certain circumstances in those programs, you can ask for an increase in rent depending on the situation. Also, if you're getting a lot of rent from your other properties, you can use that as a gauge, a compass, a stepping stone to increase your rents even further with a program to increase it past the point that they comfortably pay. For example, if they comfortably pay $2,000 for a 2 bedroom, arbitrary number, and you are getting $2,300 and $2,200 on the 2 bedroom from other programs, you can tell them, hey, I understand you're not paying as much as other programs, but $2,000 is too low. Based on this property that I have and based on this property, I would like to raise it to $2,100, and you're probably going to get it. Also, why I love Section 8. I know that I am guaranteed to get my 80, 85, 90, 95% of the rent. People where I have properties, which is the hood, whether they're in Section 8 or not Section 8, people don't want to pay rent. It is what it is. This is what you're going to deal with as a landlord, especially in liberal states like New York City. And I heard this is very similar in California. People are not going to be paying you rent, and to evict them takes a year. So that's a very big problem for a landlord. At least while I'm doing an eviction, I am still collecting my Section 8 rent. Why I love Section 8 so much, I know exactly how much I'm going to get paid for exactly the bedrooms that I'm going to get paid. And that amount is going up like crazy. And that number is not going to go down. I have never seen Section 8 say, hey, we're paying you $2,100 for a 2 bedroom, and then I move in a new tenant with the same program a year later, and they're going to say, no, we're only giving you $1,800. I've never seen it so far. It's always the threshold goes up. Sometimes some programs pay less, some programs pay more. So you would like to get the program that pays more, of course. But the programs all going up. You can request a rent hike every single year from Section 8. And you can negotiate with them. And that rent hike is not 2%, I'll be honest with you. And this is okay because as long as you're not in 5 units or more, which is rent control, you're okay. You can negotiate, you can bargain, so on and so forth. This is why I like Section 8. The rents are always consistently going up. The rents always consistently go up every single year. You can consistently ask for an increase in rent every single year. So you as a landlord, you already know, if I'm buying a piece of property that's a certain amount of money, I am looking for a cap rate. Let's say a 10 cap, which means that in 10 years, I want to make all my money back after all my expenses are gone. So now you just calculate your pieces of property by the amount of bedrooms you have, by the amount of rent you would be getting, and then you can figure out what your property is worth. If you don't do Section 8, believe it or not, in my last video, the big property in the corner that's fully renovated on my block is getting less money for a fully renovated, brand new condo development. They are getting less money than I am. Why? They are not Section 8, and they're getting market value. And Section 8 pays the highest fair market value I've ever seen. So me as a Section 8 landlord, I know I am getting more money than a non-Section 8 landlord, and that's why I personally love Section 8. To answer Warren Buffett's question about rental income and where is rental income going, should you be a landlord, should you not be a landlord, real estate always goes up. There might be small bumps in the road where real estate goes down, but in reality, real estate always goes up. Your rents always go up. Now, your expenses also go up. Your heating oil, your electricity, your renovations, your repairs, your cost of construction, materials, this all also goes up. But your rent goes up more than the cost of everything that I just said. And there's other ways to cut costs if you want to be a scumbag landlord, which I'm not. I love Section 8 because I can always find a tenant. I know how much I'm going to get. I know that I'm guaranteed a certain amount, and I know as long as I get the guaranteed certain amount, it pays for all of my expenses, and anything that I make above on top of the expenses is, gravy on top, the cherry on top of the cake. So There is going to be a very soft spot that rents are going to be going down more significantly because people are renewing leases. There's going to be more properties. There's going to be more inventory. Or when the rates drop, when the Federal Reserve is going to end up dropping rates, which I believe is going to be towards the end of 24, early 25, when there's going to be a really big opportunity for people to buy properties. And then the properties are going to skyrocket up. Because since the rates are going down, what happens is there's going to be a huge inventory that hits the market, and then people are going to start refinancing their existing homes. When they refinance their existing homes, they're going to pull money out, equity out, and they're going to start buying more properties in the market. When that happens, the properties that dropped in value because of the huge inventory that hit the market are then going to start going up. So this is the price. This is the real estate right now. It's going to do something like this, and boom, that's what's going to end up happening. I hope this explains Warren's question. I hope this is a good video for people in my real estate channel, and I hope this is a good video for people in my stock channel. If anybody has any questions and actually wants to hear personal experiences, please feel free to ask. I like to answer questions. It's hard to talk about stuff that I don't know you guys want to ask, but this video is probably going to get around 27 people that watch this. Thank you very much, and have a great day.